How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be going over another LeetCode question. Today our question is from Google and it's called Flip Game 2.
I'm taking these drugs, I got me a cup. I'm going slow, I feel like a slug. I'm wasting my time, I don't give a fuck. You only live once, so throw that shit up. I pull up a 5, I'm feeling alive. Put you in my wheels, we go.
So today, guys, we're going over a problem from Google. This problem is called Flip Game 2, and our problem description says you are playing the following flip game with your friend. Given a string that contains only these two characters, plus and minus, you and your friend take turns to flip two consecutive plus signs to minus signs. The game ends when one person can no longer make a move, and therefore the other person will be the winner. Write a function to determine if the starting player can guarantee a win. So, very strange game that you and your friend are playing. I feel like this is a popular interview question where you're like simulating some game that like isn't even fun, but you and this like imaginary friend are playing, and it's like, can you win? And I feel like there's a lot of variations of this question. I've heard things where it's like, oh, there's like jelly beans in a jar and you have to take out a certain number and you need to know if you can win. Like, and it's really random. Not fun. I feel like if you'd be playing this game, you're not a friend of mine. Anyways, the example says if we're given some string s where we have 4 plus signs to start, we would output true. And the reason for that is the starting player can actually guarantee a win from that state of the board or the state of our game. So if we were to actually flip the middle two plus signs to minus signs, our opponent would not be able to do anything, and therefore we would win the game. So we can guarantee a win by simply flipping those middle two plus signs to minus signs. So how do we design a solution to this problem? And I think the best way to think about this is actually just think about playing the game, right? What questions do we need to ask? We need to find, first off, a solution or a move that we can make. I should really say a move. We need to first find a move that we can make given the current state of the board. And if we can't make a move, then we lose, right? So how would we first cover that? Well, the first easy way is probably like if our string that represents our game state is less than 2 or it's null, right? Then we actually can't do anything, so we lose. So that's a really easy first check. So let's just do that. So if the string that we're given is null or s's length is less than 2, we're just going to return false because we can't actually win given some faulty game state like this. Otherwise, what we want to do is we just want to simulate making a move, right? So if we can go through our string, find a valid move, which again is 2 plus signs next to each other, we want to, say we're going to flip that. We're just going to choose those 2 plus signs, flip them, so that's our move. Calculate that new state, right? And then give it to our opponent or our friend, I guess in this case, and say, hey, can you win? And if they can't win, that means we can guarantee a win, right? If there's a state in that game where they cannot win, we win. And if that's the case, we'll return true. And otherwise, if we've exhausted all those different choices, right? All those consecutive plus signs together, flipping them, we've simulated them, and we can't win, right? Because our opponent can still potentially win somewhere. We're going to return false. So again, it's a little high level, it's a little confusing probably, but hopefully it makes more sense when we dive into the code here. So again, we had our initial check. Now we're going to simulate actually playing the game. So we're going to say for int I equals 0, while I is less than s.length, minus 1, so that we can compare the current character and the next character, I++. And we're going to say if s.char at I is equal to a plus sign, and the next character, right, so s.char at I plus 1 is also a plus sign, then we can make a move, right? So that's a valid move that we can make, and we're going to try flipping those 2 plus signs to minus signs. So now what we need to do is we actually need to calculate the next state of our game, right? So that would be something like string next state is going to be equal to s.substring from 0 up to I, right? So plus now changing the plus signs to minus signs plus whatever the remainder of our board is. So I plus 2 up to the end. So again, this is actually creating the next state for our game. So we're going to take whatever strings we had or whatever characters we had before, right? So whatever characters we had before, then change those 2 plus signs to minus signs, and then take the remainder of whatever the board or the game was at. And now all we're going to do is we're just going to ask, okay, if we were to give this to our opponent or a friend, would they be able to win? And if they can't win with that board state, then we know that we can secure a win. So we're going to say if, right, our opponent cannot win with this next state, then we can return true, right? So if our opponent cannot win with that state that we're going to give them, we've just secured the win, and now we like win all the money or whatever we're playing for. And if we've actually gone through this entire loop and we've simulated at every single possible move that we can potentially make based on the rules, if we've made that move and we still can't guarantee a win, we're just going to return false. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Let's check this code. Let's make sure that it works. Awesome, and it does. So guys, that's how to solve flip game 2 in Java. This is a question that's being asked by Google according to LeetCode. If you guys found this question helpful, be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys next time.
I'm taking these drugs, I got me a cup. I'm going slow, I feel like a slug. I'm wasting my time, I don't give a fuck. You only live once, so throw that shit up. I pull up a 5, I'm feeling alive. Put you in my wheels, we go for a ride. When you in my car, you stick to my ride. But when we in bed, we switch through the night. I'm closing my eyes, I don't need my side, cause I got my thoughts and they bringing the vibe. I'm popping these caps, but I ain't prescribed. I share with the homies.